on. Sorry about that. The mic, you don't hear me, so now you can hear me. So once again, thanks for joining us here for sports special edition of Sports Talk Southeastern game preview versus UIW. So let's begin, and we'll break it down. So I'm going to switch my cameras. There it is. My cameras are on the screen. You'll see what's happening. Okay, let's pull this camera. Sorry about that. Why this thing's not steady. Okay, the last couple of games, you're seeing them on the schedule. Let me send the screen up. Sorry about that. Okay, they played, they're 3-0 in the season. They defeated Southern Illinois. They defeated Nevada. And also, last weekend, they defeated Prairie View A&M. They're number 4 in the country. They're on a 3-game winning streak. So this is the first time this team's been on a winning streak since this team had an inception. Season history, 5-4 series lead. Last year they defeated Southeastern 55-42. Also in 2020 they defeated them 56-45. And 27-20 in 2019, and also 52-34 back in 2018. Okay, they're the only undefeated team in the Southland Conference. Their co-players of the week is Lindsey Scott. He averaged 272 yards last week and 2 touchdowns. That was in last weekend's game. So we're going to go through some tidbits on this team. So roll it down to you. Okay, the depth chart for this weekend's games are on the screen. You can see him. Lindsey Scott is the quarterback, but he is a running back type of quarterback. Marcus Cooper, Jarrell Riley. So this is your lineups right here. Depth charts going into this weekend's games with Southeastern. Also, the last time they met, this was back in 2021. Southeastern lost 55-52. That game in the season, they outscore opponents 150. They have 150 points a game. The average total first downs are at 72. So I'm going to pull this over to my side right here, so I'll show you the screen. So these are your numbers I'm looking at right here. They also average 1,657 yards of total offense. Now, their leading rusher is Wiley and Cooper. Both of them's got high carriage percentages. They're at 6. One's at 6'4" and 6'5". Now, Lindsey Scott, he also has a completion percentage of 72%. So these quarterbacks right here, this is their main lineup. Now the wide receivers is Grimes and Chapin. That's their 2 wide receivers. Now the defense. Let's see. Let's give you the the series history. Okay, let's go over to. Let's see. Let's swing this over. Okay, they average. Let's see. They average on third down conversions. Let's give you those numbers. They are. I'm going to scroll. I'm going to highlight them. Okay, the time of possession and third downs. So these are your third down conversions. They average 24 of 42 third downs. Also, they give up 16 of 49 on defense. But also on fourth downs, they're 2 of 4, but they give up 6.9 on the defense, 6 of 9. So that is in games right there. Now, their running backs, like I said, their running backs, they got other running backs that gets carries as well. They average 517 yards rushing. That's 4.5 yards for a team. Now, that's a pretty extensive. Now, the wide receiver core, they're averaging 16 yards a pop. 16 yards a pop. So I'm going to roll this over. So you'll see it, 16 yards a pop. Now their all-purpose guy is, let's see, all-purpose is Chafin. He's averaging 131 yards a game. So that's the total offense. Lindsey is averaging 368 yards a game. Wiley's averaging 66.3 yards a game. Now their defensive players, they're averaging, let's see, they have 11 sacks a game for 66 yards. They have 1 interception a game. Now these are your games that they played in. They had their yards. This is against these teams that they played. That was Southern Illinois. They had 99 yards. That was in their game. They put up 550 yards versus SIU. Also, they put up 616 yards against Nevada. That's against an SBS team. And also, they put up 400 against a SWAC team. So that's what they did in their games. Now their opponents, let's see, against their opponents, that's opponents' total yards was 1,028 yards. So it's opponents against, they averaged 1,028 yards against them. Now their defensive numbers, we looked at those numbers already. Okay, let's scroll down to another thing we're going to want to look at. So this is it. So it looks like we did scroll down some numbers for you. Okay, they're red. I don't see their red zone, so that's, we're not going to worry about their red zone. So I'm going to scroll this back to give you a sense of what's going on. So let me see. Okay, this is so we're going to go over, switch over to this side. So I'm going to give you what happened in the game last week. Okay, they did win that game 31-14 against Private A&M. These are the scoring plays. We'll go over the scoring plays as we go. Okay, UIW did score on a 7-play, 70-yard drive. They had a 6-yard touchdown pass. And then in the late first quarter, they had a 6-yard pass again for a touchdown. So it's 9 plays, 64 yards. And then in the second quarter, they had an 18-yard pass for a score. They led 20-7. Also, in the third quarter, they had a 12-play, 75-yard drive. Isaiah Robinson had a 4-yard touchdown run, made it 28-7. And also, they had a field goal that was on 14 plays and 66 yards. So 14 plays, 66-yard drives. So that was in their game last Saturday. So I'm going to put this in public, excuse me, one bit. Switch this over. So I'm going to go back over to the other screen. So I'm going to show you that's their drive. So Prairie View did score on a 8-play, 75-yard drive. for a touchdown. Now, the quarterback leaders was Lindsey Scott. He had 32 completions for 272 yards. And that was in last week's game. Your rushing leaders was Wiley. He had 92 yards. He had a 5.8 average. Isaiah Robinson also had 90 yards. And Tyrese Brown had 31 yards in their game last Saturday versus Prairie View A&M. Okay, that was their scoring drive. So we're going to give you their chart. So I'm going to drive charts. Okay, we're going to go with UIW. We're going to go over that drive chart. So I'm going to turn this camera this way. Okay, the drive chart shows they had 3 touchdowns, 3 in the first quarter. That was 1 on 7 plays and 44 yards. They also punted 3 times, so they did punt 3 times in the game, but they also went for it on downs and didn't get it, so they went on an 11-play 60-yard drive, and also another 11-play 65-yard drive. Now the next play I'm going to look at, they had an interception that was on 3 plays and 13 yards, and then they went to the half. So that's how the drive ended. The drive started at 12:36 and ended at 10:01. It was 2 minutes and 35 seconds off the time of possession. And now on the downs, they started at 2:41, and they went down to 2 seconds. That was 2:39 off the clock. So 2:39 off the time of possession. So that's important. This right here, this TOP right here, that's what this is very important. Time of possession. So that is important. Now we'll go to Prairie View A&M. We'll break their play-by-play down. Let's go ahead and break their numbers down. Let's break. Okay, Prairie View A&M. So I'm going to scroll it down. Okay, Prairie View A&M. They had punt, touchdown. So they made them punt several times. So it's a lot of. And then they had a fumble in the game. So the defense was working. That was 4 plays and 40 yards. They also had another fumble that was on 5 plays. That was in the 4th quarter. So they fumbled the ball away. That was at 1:44 in the game last Saturday. So that's something right there to look at right there. So that is what we're discussing. Okay. Now their main guy in the game last Saturday, he had 90 yards. He had on 98 carries, 16 carries. Robinson had 90 on 13 carries. So both these guys ran the ball the most of the bulk of the so they ran it the bulk of the game. So so that's one thing they did in the game versus UIW is score a lot of points. That's what they do. They definitely will score a lot of points. So let's go to another one. Let's break down their film. So I'm going to go ahead and break the film down for you. So we just broke down the game stats of this game. So I'm going to break down the film. So let's go ahead and put the film on.
Welcome to Panther Stadium on the campus.
So I'm going to roll this out. I'm going to go fast forward. I'm going to put the okay, Prairie View A&M is once again they were in their let me scroll this camera this way. So I got it, move it this way. Okay, the cameras, I got it on there once again. Prairie View A&M on offense, UIW on defense. UIW he ran their 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 down linemen. Everybody else was back, so it looked like they were expecting the pass. So this is a shotgun formation. Let's see what happens on this play.
I'll let you say it. First down.
So they run it up the middle. So they nice little blocking right there, but they try to get it up the middle.
Go back to the running game straight ahead. It's going to be a pickup of about 3 on the play.
So what a huge play it becomes, right? You get an extra 15 packed on a very great run as well. Puts you in great shape. Now the Panthers have to.
Let me go over to another play. We'll scroll it to another play. I'm going to see where I can scroll it.
Back upstairs and up.
Okay, we'll scroll it back up to another play.
Sorry, I was talking about you. Maybe you missed that, but got a shut.
So they were on possession.
But I'll tell you,
So we're going to pause it for a few minutes.
call to be in a face mask, but very aggressive by the Cardinals defense. Again, I believe that was Chris Whitaker.
So this was the punt formation right here. So one returner. Let's see what happens on this play.
Ball again. Good snap. It's a nice end over end punt that's fielded by Taylor.
So that was a fair catch. I'm going to scroll it to another play. So I'm going to scroll it to this play right here.
That's why the Panthers.
Okay, run play right here. This is a run play to the left side.
And they're trying to make something.
And good defensive play by UIW to catch that first and goal run play right there. So it was a good, excellent defensive play.
Happen. They go to the young freshman and he's tripped up. Wisham in the backfield will be a loss on the play by Dante Thompson, making a fine play in the backfield.
They lose about 6 yards on that play, it looks like. He just kept getting a little bit deeper and deeper and deeper, putting himself in trouble.
Yeah, he was trying to turn the corner on the play, and the defense was just having none of that as he was not able to turn the corner. So Prairie View's football's gonna be now back all the way around the 15-yard line.
Okay, this is a 2nd and 15 situation. So shotgun formation once again. They lined up. They once again their linemen 1, 2, 3, 4. That's
That defensive line of the Cardinals did a great job of resetting the line of scrimmage when it came back around.
so they're gonna drop back. So their quarterback is gonna look for a receiver. So this guy is gonna go out. Let's see how it goes. So he's going to go out on this run right here. This guy is going to go out on a run. They're going to be covered on this side. So everybody is covered. So what they're going to do,
Back in at quarterback, fires to the corner, and he's just
and throw it to the nearest. So he's going to throw it to the nearest receiver. But he, like I said, he overshot him on that play. He absolutely overshot him on that play.
a little too long with that one. 32 to go here in the first half of play.
Yeah, for that play, Wiley 6 carries, 60 yards, averaging 10 yards a carry. That is incredible right there. That'll knock his average down, picking up just two or three.
So the Panthers defense has definitely upped the intensity a little bit on these last couple of possessions, and unfortunately.
Okay, shotgun formation. Two wide receivers on your left, so that's 2 wide receivers and 1 back.
Roughing the passer allowed the Cardinals to get a first down.
So nice one. They're gonna throw a pass right here. So they're gonna throw a little swing out pass. So that's an excellent pass going to your left side. So let's see what happens on this play.
Wide open that time. Completes his pass. The receiver still on his feet.
That was a pretty good. He was on his feet the whole time. He was on his feet. So that's on 2nd and 7. So they get the first down. So let's go over to, let's rewind this over to another play. I'll give you something.
So now this is a key 3rd down.
Okay, this is on 2nd and 5 right here. once again.
Coming up, 3rd and 5, as we take a look. Dumas at quarterback.
So it looks like they're gonna be coming in with their blitzes. So everybody is blocking. So let's see what happens.
Looking for a quick pass in.
So he throws a nice little quick pass going to the receiver. So they had 2 defenders near him. So once again, if Southeastern can kind of get those passes out and make those plays, I think they could stretch the UIW defense.
Side, and he might have let him just a tad. It was a catchable ball, but it's going to go down as an incomplete pass. He was trying to hit Howard, and he had him open. He was there. It was there. He kind of just let him a little bit too much.
He did, but Howard will tell you right now, he should have caught that ball, right? I mean, you can't.
Okay, the next play I'm going to run. Let's see. Next play I'm going to run is. Okay, this is once again. Okay, wide receiver. The 3 wide receivers, 2 to the left and 1 to your right, and 1 back in the backfield. So he's going to drop back. He's going to look for a pass. So what they're going to do is they're going to throw that pass. It's going to come down towards this way, towards that wide receiver. So he throws it to the main wide receiver that's on that sideline. So that was a sideline pass right there, going to that 40-yard line.
Sideline this time has number 2, C.J. Hardy. And the Panthers respond quickly to Myers Presley, who's really been playing tough the last couple of series on defense. 2nd and short now.
Okay, this is 2nd down. Okay, once again, shotgun formation, 2 wide receivers. So it's going to be a 4 wide receiver set. So it's 2 wide receivers to your left and 2 wide receivers to your right. So this is a 4 wide receiver
For the Cardinals. They pull 2 guards.
So they run the ball.
Now we have a flag there.
So they run the ball on that wide receiver set right there. So they absolutely ran the ball. Let's see what else we have. Let's see what play I can get you. I'm gonna scatter the okay, this is the goal line situation. This is on 4th down and 1. So once again, they're in a goal line package. Quarterback, 1 going in motion to your right. So that's the motion man. He's going to your right. So he's going back to left and right. So he comes back to the left. So that's the guy that was motioning. That was a good pass right there towards him. But he did drop. So that was your motion man, right? This guy right here, where I'm pointing at, is your motion man. So you got to watch what that motion man does. If he's going to go to your left or if he's going to go to your right.
Pass is low, and the PB defense has stepped up and come up with a big play again. He was trying to hit Brandon Porter, the motion man.
Okay, we're going to go to another play. I'm going to run one more play. We'll run one more play and we'll wrap it up. I'm going to run one more play.
Wiley makes a big run.
So this is a run right here, so we're going to have to back it up a little bit. I want to see where that run was lined up at.
Aggressive runner, runs angry, and careless with his body for sure.
He's getting his opportunity tonight. We saw Terrell Wiley helped off. We're not sure what the extent of his injury is, but that opens the door for Robinson. He's trying to take full advantage of it. 2nd and about 5 now for the Cardinals. Scott goes back to Robinson.
So a nice little run right there. So they're going to get the depend on their main runner right there, Robinson. That guy, Robinson right there, you got to stop him. You got to know where he's at all times. He could catch the ball and he can run with the ball. So that's one thing you have to be in common with the Southeastern defense is you got to slow down where these guys are. If you don't do it, then you're gonna he's gonna run at you all day long.
He has another.
So one more play will run.
Something going on the play, and he just flat out dropped.
Yeah, I want to see if, I mean, it looks like he tried to buy. Rushing for the Cardinals, that's impressive.
We're looking at 2:36 and counting in the third quarter of a 28-7 game. UIW out in front, and we have.
So once again, that is a breakdown of UIW Prairie View A&M. One thing for sure, what I said in this, what they ran some good plays, and you can bet your bottom dollar this weekend ain't gonna be no cakewalk for Southeastern Louisiana. It ain't gonna be a cakewalk. It ain't gonna be a blowout like last week. I mean, UIW will play them tough. All the Southeastern offense has got to do is just keep your composure. Run the ball. Do what you had to do last week. Don't give an inch to these guys, because I'm gonna tell you, if you give an inch to these guys, they're definitely gonna burn you. So for that, this concludes the Southeastern UIW preview. We will be back on tomorrow with the high school football show here on Facebook and YouTube. We'll have live in-game coverage from Nash 106.1, and also I will have video coverage from all the games across the country. So we will be on all night from 7 to 10. You can come in. I might not be able to chat with you, but you know, you can come in and watch the show. So once again, everybody have a good rest of your Thursday, and we'll see you again tomorrow.